Imagine an island so terrifying, so deeply unsettling, that almost no one on Earth is allowed to visit. A place practically cut off from the rest of humanity. Now, we hear stories about forbidden places all the time, right? But this one, it's entirely real. It's literally a place where nature itself seems to be flashing a giant warning sign, screaming at people to stay away. Some call it cursed. Others genuinely believe it hides dark secrets that the world was just never meant to uncover. It's got this incredibly eerie atmosphere that's just completely fascinating. So, it makes you wonder, could this really be the island no one returns from? Or is the truth somehow even more shocking than the legends themselves? Today, we're going to dive right in and uncover one of the world's greatest mysteries in this explainer. Let's get into it.
Part 1: The Legend of the Island and Centuries of Sailor Myths. You see, for centuries, sailors passed down these wild tales about a mysterious island hidden way off the busy shipping routes. According to the old myths, strange, unexplainable sounds would echo out from the deep forests. It got to the point where ships would purposely go out of their way to avoid the shores, and fishermen, they absolutely refused to go anywhere near it after sunset. People started whispering that anyone who set foot there simply never came back. Over time, these stories just grew larger than life. But we have to ask, was this all just human fear, or was there something truly dangerous waiting for them?
Which brings us to Chapter 2, Nature's Deadly Realities, Beyond the Supernatural. Here's the thing. There is a massive divide between the legends, the curses, the supernatural forces, the monsters hiding in the dark, and the actual reality. Actually, a lot of the most frightening places on Earth earned their reputations just by being intensely hostile environments. We're talking treacherous cliffs that can completely shatter a ship's hull, incredibly powerful ocean currents, violent storms, and forests so dense that navigating them is basically impossible. A lot of those famous disappearances, they can be perfectly explained by these harsh, natural conditions rather than supernatural forces. Honestly, nature alone can be way more dangerous than any ghost story.
Let's look at a real-world example in Chapter 3, The Real Snake Island, Brazil's restricted coast.
Let me introduce you to Ilha de Queimada Grande, located right off the coast of Brazil. But you probably know it better as Snake Island. And the population there? Thousands, literally thousands. We are definitely not talking about a couple of snakes hiding in the bushes here. This one single relatively small island is completely overrun, featuring one of the highest concentrations of venomous snakes anywhere on the planet. And the specific local resident we are dealing with here is the golden lancehead pit viper. This is a highly venomous snake native exclusively to Snake Island, and its venom is absolutely devastating. It's known to be among the most dangerous in the world, capable of causing severe injury, melting flesh, and leading to critical organ failure. Because the risks are just so incredibly high, the Brazilian government has heavily restricted public access. But inadvertently, putting up that giant keep out sign is exactly what fueled countless myths about what was really going on over there. It perfectly proves that reality, however, is frightening enough without adding supernatural legends. Think about it. A dangerous, jagged coastline, a literal infestation of deadly vipers, or just a single tragic accident at sea can so easily morph into a cursed legend over a few generations. I mean, we really don't need to invent ghosts when we have flesh-melting vipers right there, right?
So that leads us to Chapter 4, Why We Create Myths and the Psychology of the Unknown.
Why do our brains always jump straight to curses and monsters? Well, psychologists point out that we as humans are just naturally attracted to unsolved mysteries. It's a logical progression, really. First, our brain encounters the unknown, like a restricted, forbidden island. Second, it frantically searches for answers. And third, when those clear facts don't exist, our imagination just totally takes over, filling in the gaps left by uncertainty. That is exactly how myths are born, and it's why these mysterious places continue to inspire the books, films, and documentaries we consume today. Every single unanswered question just acts as fuel to keep the legend alive.
Moving on to Chapter 5, Protecting the Unknown in the Age of Modern Exploration.
We live in an era where satellites have mapped almost every single inch of the Earth. And yet some remote islands still remain incredibly difficult to explore. But the real barriers keeping humans away aren't mythical beasts. It's things like extreme weather, very dangerous wildlife, and, increasingly, environmental protection. Scientists still study these places very carefully, but access is restricted because sometimes protecting a truly fragile ecosystem means you just have to keep people entirely out.
Finally, Chapter 6, The Final Lesson and Respecting Our Planet. The biggest takeaway here is that the greatest mystery isn't always supernatural. Sometimes nature itself is powerful and wild enough to create lasting legends all on its own. The world's most mysterious islands really remind us just how little we truly understand about our own planet. And respecting these places, that helps preserve both history and wildlife for future generations. Sometimes stepping back is the best way to acknowledge that nature holds secrets much bigger than us.
So, I want to leave you with a lingering thought. Do you think these islands are simply misunderstood environments full of natural hazards? Or do you believe some mysteries out there still cannot be explained by science alone? Tell us your opinion down in the comments below. And hey, if you enjoy this explainer, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss our deep dives into incredible historical mysteries every single week. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.